How does it feel to follow your soul truth, to be your greatest self? I'm Destin, living my soul journey through dance in every stage of life, through figure skating from age 5 to competitions everywhere, through writing, poetry, creating my dream book, following my intuition to be with you, to speak with inspiring soul leaders here, unlocking the keys to their journey and share tools you can take home. Welcome to Fatum, where we choose to be our greatest self. Hi, I'm Destin. I'm so glad you're here, and welcome to Fatum, a space to journey inward and upwards to discover what it truly means to be our greatest and highest self, with the help of inspiring soul leaders from around the world. And let's be honest, don't we need this now more than ever? Today's guest is someone whose work feels like, an exhale, a gentle homecoming to softness and curiosity and the courage to meet yourself exactly where you are. Angelyn Bernardino is a mindfulness-based addiction counselor, Reiki Master, and sound healer based in Los Angeles, and the founder of The Healer's Ranch, which is a sanctuary she created to make healing both accessible and deeply human. Her work bridges clinical and the spiritual to help people regulate their nervous system, explore who they are beyond survival, and reconnect with their authentic self. A former creative producer turned trauma-informed counselor, she has partnered with organizations like CAA, Hyatt, Rare Beauty, and more to bring approachable healing tools to the world. Before we begin, I want to share a poem, something I wrote that mirrors the heart of her mission, the invitation to soften, to be curious, and to remember that you're allowed to be human while you heal. This is called The Softening. We brace, we armor, we perform the versions of ourself we think keep us safe, keep us loved, keep us chosen. But beneath all that, there is a tremble and a whisper, a quiet animal wanting to be met, not managed. One that has learned healing is not a finish line. It's a loosening, a softening, an evolved returning to place your palm on your heart where you only need your breath to liven your body, not the TV, and say, I don't have to be perfect to be worthy. Where I break in private, where I bloom in private, where the world never sees the soft rebellion inside. That has saved me. And today, I honor my softness, my questions, because curiosity is holy, because gentleness is strength, because truth is still messy, sometimes even unsure, as we live in this universe, still learning how to breathe as one. This is the work, not the force, but to soften just enough to let my soul speak, to let your soul speak, to let our souls speak together. Which brings me to Angelyn. Welcome. So happy to have you.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's such thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, your energy really inspires this. And I've personally taken your classes and your meditation sessions, and your energy is like a warm, gooey cookie right out of the oven. Like, I love what you have to offer, whether it's me and everyone else. So I'm so happy to share you with everyone. So I'd love to kind of just dive into your mission or your inner calling, kind of the key core of your work. I know you've said that you give people permission to be curious about who they are rather than who they think they need to be. Is that right?
Yes. I think we all have this mask that we wear, and when we take the one that we are aware of off, we still have a mask on. And so, working in addiction, one of the questions that I'll ask my clients, or one of the questions that we'll dive into, is why was I doing the things I was doing? Knowing that maybe this isn't the best for me, but instead of judging myself, what utility did this give me? Why did it serve me to be closed off from people and be not as vulnerable? And instead of judging myself for doing that, because we all should be so vulnerable all the time, right? Instead of judging myself for doing that, can I witness, oh, I got hurt, and now I'm aware of my hurt, and now I can do something about it. And so it's really giving yourself that permission to not judge yourself. We are human beings navigating this human experience. So once we get over like the hump of cringe mountain of like, oh no, I
Cringe mountain, is that just life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels that way.
Yeah. Like the obstacles that our ego creates. Once we get over those, right? Like if I don't want to tune into my anger because it means I'd have to admit that I'm an angry person. No, it doesn't. It just means you're a human being experiencing anger. So now that we've moved past this judgment, do you give yourself permission to be genuinely curious? What's making me angry? And what sits underneath my anger?
So it's a feeling of like deep, deep compassion.
Yes, but kind of like logicking your brain into it. I think when we're asked to be compassionate, some of us, myself included for a long time, felt it as like an affront. Like, what are you're asking this like really deep, intense feeling from me? What gives you the right to have that? But when we give ourselves the logical way of approaching it, where it's, okay, I'm going to make two agreements. I'm going to agree to observe, and I'm going to agree to not judge what I observe. Okay. What else am I observing?
I was going to ask, I was like, how do you create that space of separation in order to not like, because I'm personally like so critical. I'm like my number one worst critic. So it's like, how do I create that space of observance? So would you say just like imagine yourself like outside of your body, like as someone else, like looking in?
Yes. And like that's like the metaphysical meditation way of doing it. And that's so powerful because it is a really soft, tender place to be. And then when the part of our brain that turns on, that just wants to protect us and keep us comfortable, is activated, what I like for people to have is kind of this evidence list. Okay. When I am being my toughest critic, I know that I've created evidence in my life that disproves what this version of me is trying to say. So I have all my clients make an evidence list. And that way it goes from, I think I'm doing this, I think I'm changing, I think I'm growing, I think I'm being compassionate, to no, here are the facts. And it's like when we have that evidence list and you're open to exploring that soft visualizing outside of yourself, tuning into your higher self, everything can change. You're like unstoppable at that point.
I love this evidence list.
We all have good evidence. We just have to let it be good evidence. You have to let it work for us.
Right. And through your sessions at the Healer's Ranch, can you talk a little bit about merging this like traditional counseling, but also with energetic healing and nervous system regulation? It sounds like the perfect fusion of like science and spirituality. Is that kind of your approach?
It feels awesome. Yes, that is absolutely my approach. A lot of so the Healer's Ranch is my business, and I go to different rehab facilities and detox facilities, and we host sessions there. I have to give my clients a reason to trust in what we're doing. Like, I have to have the evidence, because I can't go up to someone that's like been struggling with addiction and then be like, trust me. Just trust me because I'm telling you to. What? No. So, but we can trust that human beings are processing 60 to 90,000 thoughts every single day. We can trust that sound affects the molecular structure of water. And that's why our teardrops under a microscope look different from from laughter, from sadness, from chopping an onion. So those are.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay. And you're still in school. So I love this too for you. I'm like, I'm going to sign up for Angela's like class of the week when you get out of school. Please teach. Keep teaching.
Thank you. Yes. Well, I'm like, how do we kick this up and let everybody know?
Mhm.
But
And then so obviously the science is huge, and it just serves as the proof that really backs up the work that you do.
yeah,
And your journey here, I believe you said you started you went to a meditation class and like just sat in the dark for the first time and like didn't know what you were doing. Was that your like entry point?
yes. My entry point was I was like at a point in my life where I was like, things are not what I want them to be. And
In the corporate world, right? But
Mhm.
you were very unhappy, I read, as
I was
even being
very
very successful. Is that?
Yeah, I would pull up to the parking lot, know that I was gonna have like a 15-hour day, and I would just
Mm.
cry for 10 minutes. And I was like, is this how people live their lives? I don't brutal.
I think we do. A lot of us do.
A lot of us. And I was like, okay, every successful person says to meditate. Okay, what does that even mean? And I'm not one for a ton of dogma. So I just so I was like, okay, this is calm, relaxing music. This is the music they play when I'm getting a massage. Let me just sit in stillness
Yeah.
and listen. And I did. I had some of the greatest meditations of all time doing that. I met
In the
my
car
in just
before
no
work.
in my no.
That's
Those were
what I'm not doing.
healing times. Those are deep healing times.
Okay.
Those were deep release times. But just sitting with my back against like my cabinet door
Mm.
and just sitting cross-legged on like this little stool that my dog owns now.
Ah.
And just committing to it for like 30 minutes.
Wow.
And it turned into a ritual. It turned into, oh, I like this. I like making intentional time for me. And I had to rationalize it in a way where I was doing something. So meditating. And that was the first kind of door opening into self-love.
And fast forward to all the work you did for yourself to heal yourself, to grow yourself, to bring your inner light to yourself in order to share this with others. And now, a day in the life of your work, I mean, you do Reiki healing, you're an addiction counselor, you do sound healing, which is amazing too. Um, and so, how do you retain this energy for yourself, like a day in the life, like your toolkit, we call it? What are some go-to practices that you like to live by that maybe others could jump on the band?
Yeah, it's my secret formula.
Yeah. Oh, and
So
by the way, everyone, she's also still, she's going back to school right now for addiction recovery treatment and as well as masters. So continuing that education to help others. Congratulations on that journey too.
thank you so much. Thank you. And likewise with Fatum, like, oh my
Ah,
gosh, this is amazing.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Episode
But
12. I'm so excited. But yeah. So like today or this week, and how do you balance? How do you create that positive energy throughout all this like
yeah.
thick in the world?
I think one of the best things that I've learned in counseling school is that it's not mine. And I think we say that
Mm.
on like the healing side and we kind of forget, but on the counseling side, it's like a self-preservative measure. And it's like I have to keep going so that I can keep showing up for my clients. So just setting that boundary, internal boundary with myself was huge. Like I'm a recovering codependent. So a lot of what I used to do is based off of like the validation of others. And so I had to give myself like stricter guidelines. I color code my calendar. I have specific like iCloud calendars that are the Healers Ranch things, work
Uh-huh.
things. So work is green, the Healers Ranch is green, friend time is pink, and for me only is like lavender purple. And if I'm looking at a calendar and it's way too green, I'm like I force myself to text my friends.
It's a cool idea.
Thank you. It's just on your Apple Calendar. You can use the color code that way. One thing that has become a non-negotiable for me is having at least 30 minutes in the morning to just do whatever, whether
Mhm.
that's like make tea, pull a card, journal. I follow a lot of what Dr. Patricia Allen says, especially about rehabbing your feminine woman. And we need an hour a day to just be whimsical.
Self-love.
And self-love. Yep. And like to do something with no end to it, with no reason other than I just wanted to do it. I think having a healthy expression of that goes so far. And recently I've discovered I have to be a morning gym person. I have to. It changes everything. Doing something active in the morning, like I wake up, I'm alert, I'm happy. I'm happy during the morning drive. I'm tired when I need to be tired. I'm not restless at the end of the day and like revenge scrolling or staying up late. I think those things, just good habits, good rituals.
Right. Good habits and rituals in that color-coded calendar for sure.
Yes. The project manager never left.
Awesome. And anyone who kind of feels intimidated or overwhelmed by like the idea of healing, maybe you are facing some sort of addiction of any kind. What's an accessible place to begin, would you say?
So I had a client and she's been through a lot of abuse, and she realized it was never my fault that those things happened to me, but it was my fault that I carried them for so long and let them run me.
Wow.
So why are you scared? That's the first place to start. Radical self-honesty, because that's where acceptance begins.
I want to cry right now. That was beautiful.
Oh my God, I love it. Don't cry.
Radical self-honesty.
Yeah, when we're honest.
I need that as like a post-it on my car and on my computer. And
yes, radical self-honesty.
Yeah.
I don't have to be anyone, and I don't have to be anything else for anyone else. So let me just be as real with myself as I can be, because I love
beautiful.
me.
That just touched my heart, and which leads me to your work and touching so many people's lives. I can't wait for others to feel your energy and feel your work. One of my favorite part of this Fatum show is our final Healing Minutes episode, a soulful gift from Angelyn to all of us. I believe you created something special. Is that right?
Yes, I have put together a 5-minute meditation for you to take with you wherever you go to help you tune into your authentic self. I hope you enjoy.
Let's tune in now. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to your authentic self meditation. In this meditation, we'll go through each of our energy centers to identify an authentic truth so that you can begin to embrace your whole authentic self. When you are ready, I invite you to find a comfortable position. Begin to roll out your ankles, roll out your wrists, and take a big, deep stretch in. Maybe you drop your head from shoulder to shoulder, allowing the muscles in your neck to relax, beginning to send the signal to your body and to your nervous system that it is the time to take a sacred pause. And when you are ready, I invite you to take a big, deep breath in through your nose, allowing your eyes to gently close and letting this breath go with an open mouth exhale. Breathing in, big belly, big chest, holding this breath for a moment and letting it go. Just beginning to notice your natural pace of breath and allowing your breath to be your anchor for the rest of our session today. As I invite you to bring your awareness to the base of your spine. As we tune into our root, I invite you to notice what makes you feel safe today. Breathing in to the center of your hips. I invite you to notice What makes you feel joyful today? Breathing in to the center of your belly, I invite you to notice what makes you feel powerful today. Breathing in to the center of your chest and allowing this breath to ripple out into your arms, the palms of your hands, the tips of your fingers. I invite you to notice what makes you feel loved today. Breathing in to the center of your neck. I invite you to notice what makes you feel honest today. Breathing in to the space between your eyes. I invite you to notice what makes you feel wise today. Now I invite you to breathe into the space just above your head. I invite you to notice what makes you feel connected today. If you ever feel lost, I invite you to come back to each of the words that you have shared about your safety, your joy, your confidence and power, your love, your honesty, your wisdom, and your connection. You are more powerful than you realize, and I hope you enjoy your authentic self.
That was so beautiful. Angelyn, thank you so much.
Destin, thank you. Like, congratulations on this. Thank you for opening up a platform to just talk about softening and loving yourself.
Of course. And congratulations on the Healer's Ranch. I know it is transforming so many lives. And I would love for anyone to continue this journey with Angelyn by visiting thehealersranch.com and follow her on Instagram, TikTok at AngelynMB, as well as at The Healer's Ranch. Thank you so much for reminding us that we don't need to be perfect to be profound, and we just need to be real and honest with ourselves, really. To explore your offerings. And then you also, I believe, have a couple events coming up in the Los Angeles area, if anyone is nearby.
Yes, if you are in the LA area, on December 6th, I am hosting a community sound bath at the Barnsdall Art Park in East Hollywood. And on January 1st at Unplugged Meditation in Santa Monica, I'm hosting a vision board workshop. I hope to see you there.
That's a great idea for the new year. Thank you so much. I'm Destin. This is Fatum. Remember, your path is sacred. Stay you, stay true, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Fatum, where we trust our intuition and be our greatest self. Continue the journey with me on YouTube at Fatum Poetry by Destin and at fatumpoetry.com.